Hey guys, welcome to Isaiah's Reviews. My name is Isaiah, and what I have today is a Hamilton Beach breakfast sandwich maker. One thing to note about this maker is its size. It's extremely small, and I think it can fit in any kitchen, and you can figure out where to put it to where it's completely out of the way. It fits nice in a cabinet. That's one of the things I really like about this. It also has a short cord, but it's not really short because it is about the distance of your countertop. This cooker also has a non-stick surface, which makes it really easy to clean. And it also comes in an assortment of different colors. One thing to note is this surface gets really hot. So you want to make sure that kids and people know that the top of this gets hot, the whole center section. The bottom stays pretty cool, so if you want to move it when it's on. But be very careful because this surface is hot. And another thing to note about the outside of this is the back. Now it has a power cable coming up to the top element. Now you got a heating element on the bottom and top. It's an insulated wire that goes through here, and it's encased in the spring here. Now what the spring does, it allows it to stay away from this hot surface, and it does a fantastic job of that. To compare this with a high-end model, I have a Breville sandwich maker, and it is the exact same way in the back. Alright, so let's get to cooking a sandwich. Now in preparation to cooking a breakfast sandwich, what you got to do is you got to plug it in. When you plug it in, you want to kind of preheat this thing up. Now I do it for one whole cycle. Now what I mean by a cycle is you got a red light that comes on whenever you have a hot surface active. Green light kind of reaches its cooking point, its set point, and kind of stays there, and then the red light will kick on again to maintain that correct temperature inside. So what I normally do is I go through one whole cycle. After it lights on green there, I wait. When it hits red, I start loading up and let it cook. Now this is a non-stick surface, but also spray it with Pam or whatever you want to make it even more non-stick than it already is, because I do notice that some of the cheese and a little bit of the eggs kind of might stick a little bit, but not bad. I think you can get by without using it, but I really wouldn't. It makes your cleanup a lot easier. Okay, so first off, for cooking, you're going to leave this bottom piece in the down position, and you're going to set your English muffin or whatever you want for your bread inside, and then you're going to put a pre-cooked piece of meat on top of that. Now it will cook an egg, but it will not cook meat. So you can get packages of already sliced meat that's already cooked. You have it in your fridge, pull it right out and slap it down on top of that piece of English muffin or whatever. And it does a good job of warming that meat up, so you don't have to worry with that. Then you're going to put a piece of cheese on top of that. Now if you got a square cheese, you want to take the corners off, and do not throw that on there because excess cheese does kind of come down and run off. So I take the corners off and just leave it without the corners. I don't put the pieces back in there, and it does a great job. So now we'll lower that down. We're going to crack an egg and put it on top of this plate. Now I normally do not puncture the yolk. I leave it just as is when I crack it and pour it in there. Then I put the top bun on top. Close it up. In about 4 to 5 minutes, it's done. Now I'm going to slide this piece over to the side, raise the top. And sometimes I do have to push down on the top bun to get it to collapse all the way down to the bottom piece. But most of the time it kind of does a good job on its own. Now I'm going to raise this top up, slide this over and out of the way so you don't accidentally burn yourself. Raise the bottom piece up, and then take my sandwich out. Now I'm going to enjoy my breakfast sandwich. It's really good. One thing to note about this, there is no auto shut off, so you're going to want to unplug it after you're done cooking to let it cool down before you clean it. Now once it's ready to clean, you just raise this up. This centerpiece pops right out real easy. Like, you can stick it in the dishwasher or you can hand wash it. And this top and bottom piece, you can just take a soft cloth and wipe it down. Now for me, this Hamilton Beach breakfast sandwich maker is a completely good deal. It's almost a steal at 25 bucks, and you can occasionally find it on sale for 20 bucks. So this is Isaiah's Reviews with the Hamilton Beach sandwich maker. This has been another Isaiah's Reviews. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and share this to all your social sites. That helps get me to places I can't get to on my own, and I really do appreciate that, and I can't wait to see you again here on Isaiah's Reviews.